In other news here at home, 21 lives later, authorities in the Buffalo City municipality clamping down on liquor outlets who are breaking the laws. 21 teenagers were killed at Enyobeni Tavern in Scenery Park in East London last Sunday. The cause of the death still unknown, investigation underway. We're still waiting for the outcome. My colleague, senior reporter here at eNCA, Aviwe Mtila, joining us now live from East London. Good afternoon, Aviwe. What's the latest you can tell us about what's been happening on the ground in the Buffalo City Metro?
So, Brajan, we've just crisscrossed some of the streets around Scenery Park, visiting the targeted 19 taverns around here, as the Buffalo City Municipality and the Liquor Board wanted to assess what's happening on the ground, but also just give the community insight on the dangers of, especially of underage drinking. It was heartbreaking, Brajan, to see what's happening in the streets. Every street, almost every street, has a tavern, and it's just alarming to see the dozens that are already outside even some of these taverns with these alcoholic beverages in hand, as it's a Monday. They're continuing broad daylight around noon with these beverages. In fact, something that I want to catch up with the Buffalo City spokesperson, that's Samkelo Ngwenya. Thank you for joining us at eNCA, but I want your reflection on what we just saw here. Almost every street has a tavern, and there are dozens already drinking on a Monday. Just your reflection on this.
Well, it's a cause for serious concern. I must say it was a shock to the system. I mean, it's Monday, and everyone is using what I would think is their last monies, because this is a poverty-stricken area, to be drinking. It's something that I think needs us to introspect. I think we need to reflect and find out why are young people of Scenery Park sitting in taverns on Monday morning. What is the cause, and what are the options do they have? Do they have any options? So those are some of the questions that we need to answer, and I think this blitz that we just did now is actually going to give us a chance to introspect and maybe try and find solutions to this.
What's been happening then from the government side? If this is a shock to you now after 21 deaths, what's been previously happening, and even keeping check? I mean, it should be a hands-on government that we'd expect from you guys.
Well, managing communities with 50 wards and over 1 million people, it's an approach that needs all layers of government. I mean, from our side, in terms of service delivery, we can answer those questions. But the socio-economic challenges that the young people here are facing, that the entire community is facing. So I cannot put across the fact that we've built a state-of-the-art hall behind you, we've done a container mall, because that's not actually going to answer this question. This is a societal issue. So we actually really need to, look into ourselves as a community and as government and say, what else is needed? Is our grants, the 350 grants that we're giving people, helping the situation? But what can we do to create jobs? We've just come up from a youth month. I think it's a societal concern, and it's something that all of us combined need to have a look into.
I'll also take the blame again once more. Given that the Liquor Board is under government, it only has 2 inspectors for more than 1,000 liquor outlets in the Buffalo City municipality. Surely you should be more active as government in ensuring that there are people to actually check what's happening in these taverns.
No, absolutely correct. I cannot defend that. But I can tell you that some of us have to be helped by the communities to be on the ground all the time. We've got a police station around here, which actually is privy to some of these ills. We also not only confined to taverns. Our job is very much broad. So we need people to assist us on the ground. We need to be able to be in a position to say, these are the reports that have come in and these are the complaints that have come in. I mean, the issue of Enyobeni, for an instance, we are picking up, there were no formal reports, but at the same time, the community is saying they did report some of these transgressions. So really, we need to work together with the communities in terms of our ward committees, our councillors, the police, society as a whole. We need to come to the table and find solutions to these issues.
Given what you just saw now, and some of the interventions obviously that are lacking, even from government side, do you take some responsibility as a Buffalo City municipality in the tragedy that happened just on Sunday?
From the onset, we've always said that this is highly regrettable. I think given a chance, we could turn the clock off time, but unfortunately we are in this situation. So as a municipality, we've been taking responsibility, but as government of the whole, we've been taking collective responsibility. But we are saying that responsibility should not be one-sided. The community as well should take some form of responsibility in as far as how they're managing their children, how they're managing the establishments around them. The tavern owners, which we went to, I mean, for instance, right now, almost all the taverns we went to had no fire extinguisher. Not all of them were working. So we actually have to be, as a community, take some form of responsibility. But I think our side, as the local government, we are on the ground, we are talking to families, we are looking them in the eye, and we are taking responsibility to some extent of some of the things that have happened to their children.
And just lastly, any indication in terms of when these families, they remember the last time we were inside, when they'll be kept abreast in terms of what killed their children?
Well, the police are on record saying that they're finalizing that issue. Our deputy executive mayor, as well as the mayor, has spoken with the police brigadier who was here leading to say that the first people that must get that information is those families. We're trying to push to see if we can get that by Wednesday in terms of the mass funeral, but failing which, at least they need to have an idea of how far that process is, because until such time that we have those answers, it will always be a subject to speculation. So hoping that SAPS is going to inform us anytime soon from now onwards.
Okay, thank you very much. Samkelo Ngwanye is the spokesperson of the Buffalo City Municipality, as we just came back from really a shocking, Bradan, oversight visit. There are more taverns than schools and churches in Scenery Park, and many are on the ground drinking those alcoholic beverages as we speak.
More taverns than libraries even, eh? You do much better with a library per street in the township. Thank you very much, Aviwe Mtila, there on the ground in Buffalo City Municipality. That's East London. Still ahead.